Nick's house. I'm guessing mom's not there, considering she didn't come back this season.
Yeah. Where's Auntie at?
I mean, she doesn't live here.
Then who's home?
No one.
I mean, like, ever? At all? See? Exactly. Exactly. What did I say? What did I say? Welcome to GVSV.
Welcome back to GVSV. This is Alex and Carl, and today we're going to be watching Heartstopper Season 3, Episode 7, titled Together. Carl, what happened last episode? I almost said last season.
Last season.
Last
episode, the thing that
stood
out was the ambushing of Elle, for me.
No. You're right.
Yeah, that's like, to me.
And I know that I took it to like this negative place as far as the intent of the radio announcer, but you're right. We don't know what their intentions are. And regardless of what their underlying reason for bringing her on, you're right. It was an ambush.
Straight ambush.
Yeah. And I
didn't care
care
for either.
Yeah.
All right. I stopped short of saying it was a money grab.
I understand.
There's no context around it other than
you're right. I think just the fact that it came off as poorly as it did made me look for ill intent.
I 100% get that.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, there's a saying: "Don't assign malice where you can assign ignorance."
Interesting. I've never heard that before.
You don't listen close enough.
To you?
Yeah, I use it.
In my presence or at me?
No, Jesus, come on, dude. No, in your presence. I've said this before.
Okay.
But never assign malice where you can assign ignorance.
Okay.
Most of the time, by and large,
yeah,
humans just want to do good.
By and large.
Yes. Humans just want to do good and be good. And I know that's not everybody's lived experience, but there's nearly 8 billion people on the planet. My lived experience, traveling the world, is that people are net good. There are assholes out there.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
There are bigots out there. 100. I'm not going to even try to tell you that there's not.
You're right.
But net large,
you're right.
Humans are good.
I know that you're right, but I also know that there are some people who will let the trauma of their past experiences overshadow every interpersonal interaction that they have going forward.
And that's what healing's for.
Exactly.
So, but getting back to the show and not making another podcast. All right. Again, Elle, to me, totally ambushed.
Yes.
Totally inappropriate to do to anybody,
a child.
But particularly a child.
Yes.
All right. Because even at 16, 17, 18, these are children.
Yes.
I would even say that's inappropriate for a young adult.
Yes.
19, 20.
I know.
All right. Because these are very heavy, very nuanced topics that they don't have the lived experience for.
Exactly.
All right. And I understand that some of our audience is of that age. When you're 44, you will agree with me. Maybe not right now, but get a couple decades and the way you think of things when you're 17 and the way you think of things as you're 40 are different.
Yes.
And if they're not like totally different, they're way more nuanced because of lived experience. True. So while I can agree that the idea of it being negative money grab is a possibility, all right, my 30 some odd years teaches me that's not always the case. That some people are ignorant.
Yes.
Not malicious.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so as we show ourselves grace, we must also show others grace until they give us reason not to.
Of course.
So, Elle being ambushed, shit show. I wonder how that's going to be presented or resolved, if it's resolved, within the next 2 episodes.
True, because I didn't even think about the fact that that's a hanging story thread.
Dude, it's a new story thread.
Well, yes.
Right? Because she's had to deal with her transition in this school setting. Okay?
In this school setting, we know that in the past she has been bullied because of her identity, but that has not been something that we have seen at all within the story.
Yeah.
Like, as far as we're concerned, she has been in a relatively safe environment the entire time that we've watched the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We've only ever seen her be in a quasi-safe environment.
Exactly.
All right. Who knows what her life is like outside of the storyline? That's just not stuff that's touched.
Yeah.
But it is the first time we're seeing her having to deal with these other topics surrounding her identity.
Yeah.
All right.
So external conflict.
Yes. And not to beat dead horse, but doing to a kid,
Yeah.
really shitty stuff.
Exactly.
It's going to be interesting to see if there's a season 4, if they just leave that thread out there.
Maybe.
Because I don't know how you tie that up in 2 episodes. I don't know how you tie up a lot of this shit.
Maybe you don't. Maybe that's life.
That is the truth, though.
Oh,
yeah. Sometimes things just go unanswered.
Unresolved trauma.
There you go. So I don't want to make light of what she's just went through.
Yes.
Right, but I don't want to just grab a pitchfork either.
No, I understand. So other characters.
Nothing really with Isaac. Shame, because it's my boy.
I will say that I'm between last episode, now 2 episodes ago, seeing how he seems to be more comfortable. And I feel like James approaching him at the end of the New Year's party and just showing him the grace to be there with him. Like, not
share space.
Exactly. And I think at the end of the day, that's what Isaac has been needing is, all of my friends have paired off in these relationships and I feel left out and I feel alone. And I feel, I don't want this to cause issues for James, but I know that James has feelings for Isaac.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be a problem where there's this imbalance in their relationship of, hey, I'm spending time with you and I am attracted to you, but the relationship is not reciprocal.
Yeah, I was going to say unrequited interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be careful of that.
Exactly.
So,
who else? I mean, Nick and Charlie are the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Exploring their bodies, becoming more intimate, fear, anxiety around Charlie's body.
Probably more his scars in his body, but I mean...
Yeah. I mean, I meant that in general. Yeah.
Is a thing.
Is a thing.
For all sorts of folks.
Exactly.
Nobody is exempt.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Any predictions? I know you've been really good with...
I have been pretty good, but I mean, it seems like, 2 episodes out from the end of the season.
Yeah.
They're just dropping in new storylines. And I'm wondering, since they don't have a 4th season booked yet, even though there's rumors about it, that it was not easy, but I was more comfortable in predicting what was going to go on when I knew there was 3 seasons ahead of me.
Yes.
2 seasons ahead of me.
Yes.
To this episode and 1 more, and that's it. And they have a lot of story to get to without these new threads.
True.
So I mean, together could mean any number of things. It could be,
I mean, for me,
Charlie and Nick,
the first thing
consummating their
intimacy. Yep. That's the first thing that comes to my mind is intimacy.
All right. It could be how Tao and Elle navigate the aftermath, and I think aftermath is a proper use of words.
Yeah, the ambush.
Yeah, the emotional aftermath of that.
Yeah.
That was fucking traumatic, man. Come on.
Yes.
It's just
to be put on the spot and
to be. It's a bait and switch.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about your art, and then they're gonna get into some very adultish conversations that you did not prepare the person for. It'd be one thing to tell Elle ahead of time, these are the types of things we want to talk about. Are you okay with this?
Exactly.
And then she goes in there prepared.
Yeah, but to be brought there under the pretense, yes, but to be brought there, to be ambushed under the pretense of, we're here to discuss your art.
Yeah.
And okay, fine. That was a question. Now let's get into the interview.
But bravo to Elle for walking out.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, fuck you, I'm not taking this. Goodbye.
Yeah.
She didn't say that, but she said that.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the right thing to do.
100%.
To stand up for herself and to take herself out of an uncomfortable, unsafe situation.
And you know, I've said honoring yourself is kind of a ever-going thing when you're making decisions. That was her honoring herself.
Yes.
Like, I am not going to subject myself to this.
Yeah.
I am not going to just sit here and take it like a good little girl.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever the expectations are of other people.
Yeah.
I'm removing myself from the situation that I did not agree to be in.
Exactly.
You know, so bravo to her.
Excellent. Ready to get into it?
Just push play.
Let's go. That's right. Tara dances.
The first piece of music in this series that I could actually jam to.
I don't even know what this is.
And neither do I, but the freaking music, it's definitely in the vein of all the different types of music I listen to.
Awesome.
All right, just the whole, I love that vibe.
Yeah.
So, see? There's music I like in this TV show.
No, but while we're here, I forgot that Tara dances.
What's that?
I forgot that Tara dances. I remember there was that brief snippet where they showed her outside of a recital, and I guess also having like a mild like panic, and Darcy supporting her and being like, hey, you know, like I'm here, like, you know, I love you, whatever. And then the locker room. This was obviously not an issue for you, but for me as a teenager, it was uncomfortable to get undressed.
Why would you think it wasn't comfortable? It wasn't an issue for me.
Okay, for different reasons.
All right. Well, like I had zero desire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me,
Showering at school? No, I had zero desire for that.
So obviously in gym class we didn't have to shower, but I'm guessing because you played sports, you guys did.
Yep.
After every game? Or after every practice?
Not after every practice, but like, you know, you shower after the games, you know, depending on in wrestling and whatnot, because you have to worry about all those different bacteria and shit.
Because you're all crawling all over the mats?
Yeah.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. We had the shower room in freaking...
No. I remember the shower room in the locker room.
Not at the gym. Like, if it was particularly, like, I got particularly sweaty, sure.
Yeah.
You know, but like, after football, after wrestling, you'd shower.
Yeah. So...
Like, even after jiu-jitsu, the first thing I do is go take a shower.
No,
not at the gym. They have it, you know.
Yeah. So, like, for me, the first time I ever had to deal with like a group shower experience was boot camp.
Okay.
And I feel like I was more scared than anything else.
Okay.
And it was like blinders. I would just be like
staring at a point in the wall.
No, but honestly, like I would literally just like take off my towel, put it up on the hook. I would, because the thing is, we only had like 5 minutes to shower. Yeah. So it was like, okay, everybody in and out.
Yeah, it was bird bath.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we still used soap, but I would go in there, and there was always one or two shower heads that were just unoccupied because for whatever reason, hot water didn't work on them.
Hot water's a luxury.
Hot water is a luxury, but the simple fact that the shower head was open and I just walked right up to it And I already knew what I was in for. And I just fucking turned it on, and I just stood there, ice cold water. And as long as I was freezing my ass off and I just focused on getting in and out and showering, I didn't have to worry about anything else.
Cold showers are good for you.
I know. No, cold showers are good for me.
Together. Press play.
You do it. He's getting better.
Yeah.
He better, considering he's been on the team for over a year.
For real, right?
There you go.
In practice, boys?
Public.
During practice, boys?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
No. It's why are you looking at me like that? Listen, acceptable public physical contact.
I get that, but I thought they were actually making out on the pitch during practice.
No.
Like, whoa, boys.
Yeah, I
am not a fucking prude at all. Not even remotely.
Wait, about them making out on the pitch?
No, but I in my personal life, am not a fucking prude at all.
Oh, I know that.
Right? But I'm just
I know that.
fucking, come on, boys.
Time and a place.
Time and
Yes.
place.
But I don't know. That's the thing, though. I mean, okay, number one, dream sequence. But number two...
I didn't know that when it first happened.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm not criticizing you.
No.
I'm just saying, like, dream sequence. But I wonder... Is Nick there? Like, is Nick... I don't mean, like, to make out in the middle of a rugby game, but, like... Have we seen them make out in a public setting? Like...
Good question.
Outside of like their home, outside of their
like
immediate
that?
friend group, out like in a
No, I don't
not that I have, but
not like that. They've
not,
kissed, and they've gotten PDA going on.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Not like that.
That's different.
That's different. But I wonder if, because I think that also takes a level of
comfort.
And I mean, I've expressed my inability to access that level of comfort in a public setting where I don't know the people around me and I am in a mixed group.
Okay.
And by that, I mean, I think, and I mean mixed as far as like sexuality is concerned.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I'm on vacation, if I'm, yes. But if I'm on vacation and I'm somewhere which is, by its very nature, I know that I'm surrounded by 90+% LGBT people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I have felt comfortable enough to be that publicly displayful of affection.
Sure.
But if I'm just walking down the street, like in the city, no, not at all. Because like that's where my threat assessment comes in. That's where my, and it's not even a male or masculine or anything. It's just like the entire world hates and fears me. I need to be defensive. But to have that level of PDA, I would only feel comfortable. And that's the thing, though. Like, when we say public, I think that means so many different... Can mean so many different things. Because the thing is, like out in the open, like I can be in the middle of the woods, surrounded by trees, with one other person. That's not public.
I agree.
Exactly. But for me, I guess when I think of public displays of affection where I would not feel comfortable, it would be something like that, where I'm like walking through the city and I can't with absolute certainty guarantee that 90+% of the people around me are okay with this.
Don't use that guarantee word, man.
Okay.
You'll never find that place. You have to create that place.
Or I have to spend a lot of money to go on vacation.
Okay. Here we go.
Stress lately.
I have way too much on my plate.
I feel that pain.
3 buses to get there.
Oof, that's rough.
Well, I could drive you to ballet if you want.
Aw.
You don't have to.
No, I want to.
That's sweet.
How are you and Charlie?
Charlie's been a lot better these days.
And how's Nick doing these days?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Just need to remember to look after yourself too.
So
I still think
do you.
It's really beneficial.
Cucumbers.
The history teacher.
Honestly, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, and I don't want our first time to get really bad and embarrassing.
It's a good thing we're in sex ed right now. I mean, maybe you'll get some good advice. Or maybe not.
I feel like I don't know anything.
Just because you don't.
So we can stop hearing about it.
He's literally freaking brimming.
Oh, Tao?
Isaac, look at
Oh.
me shaking in excitement.
Tao. I mean, didn't you take it last year?
I was just thinking that.
Still nervous.
Oh, so in other words, it's a yearly thing. They've already done this. Literally.
We're now going to look at some images of STIs.
Okay. Number one, I don't remember having this type of sex ed in
Because we didn't.
high school.
Because we didn't.
But number two, I do remember having like the scare tactic of like, hey, you don't want to catch this in boot camp.
But
Oh yeah. You ready for this? They separated us like male and female. And
that's right, you guys had mixed boot camp. That's right. That's right.
well, I mean, yes. Yes. But the thing is, they separated us male, female. And
Okay.
the guys pretty much got put into this one room where all of a sudden it was just like, here's this nonstop slideshow of people's, I guess, repercussions for their poor choices. And then the occasional gay joke here and there.
Didn't have to worry about that. They put saltpeter in our food. Nobody got a hard on. Next.
Calm down.
I don't blame you for being nervous. I mean, that's normal. You know, it's not some perfect, effortless thing. But it's me and Al, and we love each other. I mean, it's supposed to be fun, isn't it? Isn't it?
That's sweet. I'm glad that Tao came this far.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should be running this sex ed lesson.
How was Elle's interview?
I think they decided not to air it, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure this had some sort of effect on her.
It has to have.
I'm sorry about the interview, Al. Your mother and I had a chat.
Should have expected it.
No, you shouldn't.
Doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, that really took the wind out of her sails.
Yeah.
She looks depressed.
Charlie, come on, slow down.
Nick's house. I'm guessing mom's not there considering she didn't come back this season.
Yeah. Where's Auntie at?
I mean, she doesn't live here.
Who's home?
No one.
I mean, like, ever? At all? See? Exactly. Exactly. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
Because I sat there and I was like, Olivia Colman's not here because she didn't get cast. And there's no reason for his aunt to just randomly be there in the middle of the year.
Somebody had to be home.
Oh.
Predictions. Sometimes they happen like that. Look at you. Snapping and everything.
Oh,
This is
David.
going to go fucking splendidly. I know it.
I mean, has your brother ever walked in on you?
We're not having
I'll take that as a
conversation.
yes.
I didn't know he was here.
I'm just glad it wasn't your mum.
That took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah. Cold shower.
Cold shower.
Like an ice bucket on the heads.
Aw.
What is the website he's on?
What is it?
Oh.
Schools,
School
university. Oh, that's going to be an issue. Because now he's worried about, like, Do I stay here? Do I travel? Do I go away?
Good song. Do I stay or do I go?
Tao Su, artist of goldfish.
He's trying.
Mm-hmm.
We could watch a movie though. What about Moonrise Kingdom?
Her favorite.
Is there anything I could do to make you feel better?
She's depressed.
What she just said. Does it have to be depression?
Decided I'm gonna look after myself and do what I want.
And that includes doing me.
Obviously.
Together.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows how much I love you. And how much you love me, more important.
What's up with the signing of the shirts?
I don't know. Is this like a end of year thing?
Happy last day.
Last day. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like the yearbook thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charlie, can I have a quick word before you go?
You announce good news. You tell bad news. What's wrong?
You're all staying at Truham for sixth form, right? I wanted to give you this.
Oh.
Campaigning starts in the autumn. I think you should apply.
Head boy.
Really? Why?
And I think you could do a lot of good for the kids at this school.
Charlie, there are a lot of younger students who would find it inspiring to see you as head boy.
Oh.
Look at you, Mr. Farouk. I like it.
He's thinking of himself at that age.
Mm-hmm. Even younger, obviously.
Yeah. That was moving. For me, at least.
I don't get moved. Except when I walk and I drive, then I move.
But I was there to talk about my art.
Have you spoken to anyone about it? Tao, maybe?
I love Tao, and he would fight the world for me.
But
He just can't properly understand.
You're trying to peek.
trying to peek.
It's allowed. We're in love.
Maybe he is comfortable with it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's nice to see Nick.
Maybe one night you could stay around mine, just us.
Nick and Charlie! Pay attention, please. It's the last practice of the year.
I mean, you're team captain, Nick.
Like,
Good luck
a little
getting
bit.
her to agree to a boyfriend sleepover.
She will.
If you and Nick want to have sex, then you'll have sex. You don't need a sleepover to do that.
Okay, if you two don't have any good advice, I'm gonna go upstairs.
My advice is to sneak out.
My advice is that a sleepover is unnecessary for the activity in question.
he is so awkward, dude.
He is
Michael, can you
socially.
stop talking about my brother having sex? Please?
That was hilarious.
Me and Darcy wait till we have a free house. Or until everyone's asleep if they're staying over. School is an option.
Oh my god.
You had sex at school?
It was a really bad idea.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, that's one place I don't think I have.
A history of getting walked in on.
Uh-oh. Yes.
There's so much pressure to have sex at our age, but people should just take as long as they need.
Solid advice.
True.
Yeah, Charlie's been through a lot.
You've been through a lot too, Nick.
Yes. Check on our strong ones.
Charlie being ill was tough for you. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. I learnt that the hard way.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yep.
So, do you have any advice?
Oh, Nick, I'm not really the person to ask about sex between guys.
Yeah.
That was cute though.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just don't think I would have had the courage to explore being non-binary if it weren't for you. I know we haven't talked about it properly or anything.
It's just me and you.
Let me check.
So spending quality time with mom to try to catch her in a good mood. By the way, mom, I want to hook up with my boyfriend.
I don't think he's going to say exactly like that.
I really like that one.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously, Dad knows about it.
Oh, Julio Spring.
We're wondering if I could stay around his one night.
Yes, at some point.
When you're married.
We were thinking soon.
You have your GCSE exams coming up.
And I'm mentally ill, so I can't.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what you were thinking.
Projection.
I know.
You're only 16 and you've been very ill.
Mom, seriously.
Tori, I'm not...
I'm not a child.
Yes, you were.
If I want to see my boyfriend, then I will. You can't stop me.
Okay.
Charlie!
Okay. Charlie is being
A fucking brat.
Yes. And I will say that in comparison to how his mother came off when she was first introduced, she has been nothing but nice in this scene. And she is trying to be mindful of her son's condition. But I feel like in this scene, Charlie went too far.
Way too far.
Because I feel like...
He's forgetting he's a child.
I understand that. But I feel like more so than I've seen in the entire series up until this point, she is trying.
Yep. And she
so
didn't say
much.
no. She said, let's talk about it after exams. Essentially, don't let this distract you. We'll discuss it after you go do your exams.
Yes.
Right? And if he crushes his exam, maybe there's an open conversation.
Yes.
Right? But he is 16 years old.
I understand that.
There is no fucking ideation of this fucking planet or reality where I would let my 16-year-old daughter go to her girlfriend's or boyfriend's house overnight. That reality just doesn't fucking exist anywhere.
You're right. And I trust me, I respect that. but what I'm saying is that Charlie fucked up here.
Big time.
Because I feel
and
like
Tori needs, and I love her, stay the fuck out of it.
Yes, because I feel like I feel like Tori is trying to be protective of her brother.
I get that. And I understand that from a sibling perspective.
Exactly. But I feel like Charlie needed to, I guess, take the temperature down a little.
He didn't go into that wanting to have a conversation. Everything that he did was to cultivate a yes, and he was not able to hear no. Oh, that's familiar sounding, isn't it?
I don't know what this is a reference to.
Fucking Ben. He wasn't able to handle no. He, right now, I'm not saying it's as severe.
No.
I'm not saying it's going to manifest the same way.
I understand that.
All right? But he went and, from what we understand, helped his mom in the whole nine. To cultivate a yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Not just cultivating yes, expecting yes, not even thinking, which is his problem.
Yes.
That things could go not his way.
Exactly.
And the minute things go not his way, he shuts down.
No, I get that. And I feel like that's it in a nutshell, is the fact that everything that he did today was simply because he wanted his mom to be in a good mood just so that she could let him do what he wanted. And as soon as he realized that things weren't going to go his way, he
had a temper tantrum.
He had a temper tantrum, effectively. Like, he acted like a child because...
Showing that he doesn't have the maturity to spend the night over anybody's fucking house.
Exactly.
16.
But I will say, like, I have been very, I guess, understanding and apologetic for Charlie up until this point, because there are a lot of things that he did go through that he is experiencing that I can directly relate to.
Yeah.
But I feel like in this scenario, he went about it all wrong.
Yeah. And none of his past experiences and all the things he went through is a lever he can grab to get a yes out of this.
Exactly.
At some point in time, his parents still have to be parents.
No, I understand.
You're not 17. You're
Exactly.
not 18. You're 16.
Exactly.
Big
Just
difference.
turned 16.
Just turned 16. And there's an enormous difference in maturity between a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Yes.
I've seen it happen because I live with them.
I understand.
Right? But also, Charlie's father knew about this and set his wife up for failure. Now,
yes.
and not necessarily failure.
And obviously, obviously Tori knew about it because that was a conversation she was having with him earlier that day?
Yeah, so if I'm Charlie's father,
Yeah.
and I know and I've approved of something.
Yes.
All right. And I think, and if I feel my wife is not getting something wrong, but not seeing she doesn't have a perspective that maybe she needs in order to make the most informed decision that she can.
Yes.
Okay. Because when it comes to my wife, I don't try to tell her that she's wrong.
No.
I try to say, hey, have you thought about this?
Yeah.
And whether or not that changes her opinion, that's on her.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we're not here to make other people think differently.
I think he should have said, hey, your son has something important he wants to ask you. It would be nice if you could keep an open mind. I'm not saying that she would change
her
mind,
answer,
but
she
was blindsided.
Yes, exactly.
Not cool.
Another ambush.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an ambush, but it was definitely blindsided.
Well, I mean, everybody was in on it.
yeah, but not everybody was on top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was blindsided, and I think she
was blindsided by Charlie, but then
yes.
I'm sure she didn't like being ganged up on by Tori.
Tori was the ambush.
Yes.
Right? Charlie was the blindside.
Yes.
All right. And she's really trying hard to be open about this.
Yeah.
You know? So.
But I will say that this moment was the moment where I have sided with Charlie's mom the most.
Yep.
Because I feel like she did nothing wrong. It's just that her son had an unfair expectation just based on the fact that, hey, look, I helped you out today. Now you have to give me something.
But as children, we do that sometimes, don't we?
We're all children.
Right? Anyway.
Husband, shut up.
Yeah, you had your opportunity to speak.
You okay?
3, 2, 1. Movie night.
Good boy.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is going to go over as well as he hopes.
But
because I'm guessing, he made that film.
Yeah, but at the same time,
no, a lot of effort.
Oh my God.
Yes,
good boy.
I want
of
to
course.
say something.
What you gonna say?
I know you've been really down lately and uninspired about your art.
But you inspire me.
But I love making these little videos to cheer up the people I love.
Tao and that vintage camera.
That's how I see you.
Good man.
Feels like the whole world is against me. Scared you won't get it.
I'll try.
Of course. University applications. I'm guessing Leeds isn't. Oh, and Kent. So he's not just looking local, he's looking everywhere. And Oxford. I want to stay here. I want to support my boyfriend, but there's all of these opportunities elsewhere. What do I do?
Hi. Hi. Are you okay? What's wrong?
And then she was like, you're only 16 and you've been ill. And it's like, okay, well, what's that got to do with me spending time with my boyfriend? I'm just sick of everyone treading eggshells around me. I'm not fragile.
So
You don't think I'm fragile, do you?
we're gonna have a talk.
Charlie, you're like the strongest person
Or are we just gonna have
I've
sex?
ever met. I think I'm more fragile than you are. You give me so much confidence, but when you're not around, I don't know, I guess I feel a bit lost. I can't talk to anyone else like I talk to you. When I realized I was bi, I feel like I woke up. Because I was repressing so much of myself before then, I still hide behind that mask sometimes. Now I'm thinking about uni and my future, and basically I'm just freaking out.
You're allowed to be a mess sometimes.
Oh, I'm a mess now, am I?
I think we're both a bit of a mess.
Well, upset, and I made it all about me.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, but I feel
Nick,
like...
shut up.
Cause Because I feel so good.
Is anyone else home?
I think he's going to just yeah. He doesn't care anymore. He's like, you know what?
It's okay.
Consent. That was the second to last episode, and it didn't end on a sour note like I thought it would.
But we saw the name of the next episode.
Oh, I didn't.
I did.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it.
I can guess.
I'm not
Simply
gonna say
based
it.
on everything else that's going on.
Yep. Damn it, Netflix.
Listen.
Anyway, let's pretend.
Kick
let's,
us off.
Let's
No,
pretend
I mean,
that
we can talk about it.
Let's pretend that I didn't say that. So
Let's pretend, like David did when he walked in on them.
What's that? I'm sorry. You're saying something? I too can be an obelisk.
I don't ask you to be an obelisk. It's just mean David walking in on them obviously did not want to see that.
I don't give a fuck. So let's. Okay, Nick and Charlie got together. They've been kind of dancing around that thing. Cool that it happened.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the most important thing in this episode. Not by a country mile.
Lead the discussion.
Elle feeling comfortable with somebody.
Yeah.
To talk about what she had felt during the interview. Her having that space, that person to go to.
That person being Tao or her friends?
She didn't talk to her friends about this.
Okay.
She talked to Tao about this.
Okay.
Okay. Her friends offered.
Yes.
But we didn't see that she talked to anybody about that.
Okay.
The only person we saw was Tao.
Yes.
Okay. And I think that's the biggest part of this episode.
Okay.
I just do. Right? People having sex, people have sex. Not everybody has somebody they trust enough to be vulnerable with.
Yeah.
Even if they don't think they'll understand.
Yeah.
Give them the opportunity to try. Enormous.
But I think that everything that you just said mirrors Charlie and Nick's experience as well, as far as feeling comfortable enough to, sex aside, being able to sit there and talk to Charlie about what Nick was feeling, and also, sex aside, the simple fact that Charlie felt comfortable enough that he could at least take off his outer garment, if not his t-shirt. I understand that. But having someone in your life to feel comfortable enough, to trust them enough, to take, to bring down your walls and to let them in.
To be quite frank, though.
Yeah.
Those two dudes, all right?
Yeah.
That whole revelation was hormone driven.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay. Between Tao and Elle, it was not.
Well, I mean, that required a lot of effort on Tao's part.
And that's why I said good boy.
I know. No, yeah.
He created a space.
Listen, I have learned intensely in the last 2 months how much goes into video editing.
Okay. So it's, to me, I'm not minimizing Nick and Charlie.
Yeah.
But Nick and Charlie's also, that thing is hormone driven. Right?
Yes.
That gap is going to be a smaller one to bridge.
Yes.
My opinion.
Well, the thing is that I'm just glad, with respect to Tao and Elle, the fact that Tao was able to provide a space for Elle to feel comfortable enough that she was able to, I guess, I'm not going to say she's not over it, but at least to start to pull away from what that interview did to her.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this entire episode, it has been dragging on her.
Yeah. And he, again, perspective is the almighty teacher, isn't it? He was able to give her a perspective that she wasn't seeing.
Yeah.
Okay? Because he was able to articulate visually how he sees her.
Yes.
Okay, and that's not a perspective that she was having
Mhm.
at that moment, as per her own vocalization. Right?
But I think it was what she needed.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I think her turning that corner, talking to Tao, was the most important part of this episode.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not minimizing Nick and Charlie and Darcy. I'm not doing that. If you feel differently, you feel differently. You're welcome to feel that way.
No, but it wasn't all just Tao and Elle.
No.
Nick having that, this continued relationship with Tara. The fact that he was there to provide her support and help that she needed.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, she's sitting there and she's like, hey, I love how she just kept bringing up the fact, hey, have you been journaling yet?
That's impactful.
Yes.
Journaling is impactful.
Journaling is
Can be at
impactful.
least.
And I think that also the fact that she brought up the fact she herself, Tara, said, you are the strong one, but you've also gone through it this past year.
Yep. It's good when people see you like that.
Well, yeah, but also, I don't know, she recognized it, but I wonder if he was even, he was going through it, but is Nick aware that he's going through it?
No. No.
Yeah.
No. You know when strong people realize I've gone through it?
After it's already taken them down? Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I've seen it.
No, you don't know when you're going through it until you're really fucked up.
Yeah, until it's overwhelmed.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, I think we've already spoken at length about the kitchen scene with Charlie and his mom.
Yeah.
But this entire series, this is the most that I have been on her side, because I feel like Charlie fucked up.
Because he did.
Yeah. It was uncalled for. And as much as he thought getting what he wanted was going to be the only way that he was going to be able to have that experience, he obviously had the experience irregardless.
Yep. Regardless of the fact he had that experience.
Yeah. So having a sleepover was not required.
Not required at all.
Exactly.
So that whole drama between him and his mother, not needed.
Pointless. He created tension at home for the sake of tension, and
I don't know that was for the sake of tension. I think he had a temper tantrum.
He had a temper tantrum, and then
again, let's not assign malice with his ignorance.
Fine. He's being ignorant.
He's being a 16-year-old.
He's being a 16-year-old.
He's throwing a temper tantrum like a fucking brat. Like a fucking brat.
Now I'm having a memory.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when you came back from boot camp and I wanted to hang out with you.
Yep.
And my dad was like, it's too late. And I literally just stormed out of the house and I was like, Dad, 18 years old and I'm leaving and this is my friend and I'm going. And I pretty much just that exact same scene that happened, I did to my dad.
Different though, dude. He's 16. You're a fucking adult at that time.
I know.
It's different. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Listen,
I also understand
my dad would still treat me like a 16-year-old if I lived at home.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Yeah. I suddenly realized that's the exact same fallout I had with my dad when I stormed out. Because I sat there and I was like, I'm going to go hang out with Carl. Slammed the door.
I get it, man. I get it, but you're an adult at that point in time. I mean, I get where your father was trying to come from. All right.
It was like 2 a.m. I think that was it. It was just like, it's too late.
No, it's look. Like I tell my adult daughters, don't have to tell me when you're going to be home. Just realize your mother's going to stay awake. Just realize that. And I can't tell her not to worry about her babies.
Yeah.
She's mom. That's what she's going to do. Just be cognizant, all right, of other people.
Yeah.
All right. This is, her house.
No, I get it.
All right. And you're coming in and out of her house.
I think that's also probably one of the reasons that I wanted to leave home and join the military.
Well, here's the thing, right? My wife doesn't say, "Oh, you have to be." Like, no. If you're going to be home by a certain time and you say so, cool, great. If you're going to be late, it takes what? 5 seconds. Son.
Yeah.
Done. You're an adult now, right?
Yeah.
That's all it takes. So, your
Fine.
situation different than Charlie's.
Yeah.
Maybe feels the same. All right. But
no, I'm saying that scenario.
Yeah, sure.
That scenario is the only parallel that I'm drawing. Is that like all of a sudden that memory came back to me right there, and I was like, I did that to Dad.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know that you did that to your father. All right, because Charlie tried to use his illness as a bludgeoning to hit his mother with, which is no bueno.
Yes. Yeah, no,
like I said, totally unnecessary. We're going along on this.
Sorry. If you could help us do all those YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe.
Tell your friends and your family. The boys at GVSV are having a good old time.
Join us in this adventure. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.